Tom Leyden, Dave Fleischman. We are back, Accelerated Performance Rehabilitation. As always, I remind you that there are 2 locations, one here in Foxborough, a second location in Westwood on Washington Street. And Dave, we have a repeat customer, which is not necessarily great news when it comes to injuries, but Jordan Love, the Packers quarterback, previously discussed because of a knee injury, now being discussed because of a groin injury, and boy, are those pesky. Can you touch on how difficult it is to navigate an athlete through a groin injury?
It's difficult, Tom. So if you're a fantasy football player out there and you got Jordan Love on your team, I'd sit him.
Malik Willis week for the Green Bay Packers, apparently.
It's a good week to play Malik Willis. So groin injuries, we're talking about a strain, right? So, and you're talking about a strain to the muscles in the groin. And what muscles are those? You have the adductors, you have the pelvic floor muscles, you have your hip flexors in the groin. Usually it's an adductor strain. It happens when the athlete is in an awkward position where one leg goes out and he gets rotated. These are difficult to treat. He needs, treatment on a daily basis. We're talking, modalities, which is heat, soft tissue work, laser, rest, really, and then slowly transitioning him as that inflammation comes down back into mobility work and then back to activity. So he's going to be out for at least 4 weeks, I would say.
Wow.
Minimum.
Wow.
I mean, it depends how bad it is. He didn't look good. So I would say he's about a 4-week.
So when I've had groin issues before, what I find very challenging is that it is debilitating, which is a word you used. It's you can't move it in any direction. You can't move it out. You can't move it in. You can't lift your leg up. So would you ever consider, you talked about some of the percussive stuff you use, like the gun?
Yeah, so we have guns. I wouldn't use a gun on the groin just because it's too sensitive. I may use the gun, but I wouldn't suggest you using a gun on yourself just because it's just too sensitive. But we do have the spheres, which I think
I use that on my shoulder.
Yeah, the spheres are nice because it's vibration versus percussion. You do have the vibrating rollers. Same thing. Vibration would be better than percussion, just because percussion you're talking about hammering a small muscle. I usually like the guns on the bigger groups, like the thigh, the glutes, upper back. Yeah.
Well, this is where it comes down to the difficult discipline, and that discipline is rest. And no athlete, no person really likes rest, just not doing something, because all you want to do is come back. But sometimes that's the best solution.
Rest it is.
Jordan Love, rest. We'll see you when you feel better.
Yes.
Meanwhile, that's Dave Fleischman. I'm Tom Leyden. Don't forget, Foxborough, Westwood, APR Physical Therapy. Go to aprpt.com to learn more. And thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.